Hey, what's going on, my friends? In this video, we're going to do a little comparison. I think it's really important that you guys kind of just have these two lists side by side where we can actually kind of compare how each of these issuers, these banks, these lenders, might potentially influence and impact your business credit as well as your personal credit. But more specifically, who's really going to help you the most when it comes to building up your business credit without negatively influencing and impacting your personal credit? That's what we're going to dive into in this video. I have, again, this list here as well as another list that we'll compare and contrast and have them kind of side by side. We'll jump back and forth. But ultimately, I do believe a lot of people out there, need to know this information that's from this list that you can see as well as on the other tab that I have pulled up. So if you guys haven't already, definitely much appreciation for watching, but like this video, it does help me with the YouTube algorithm. So I know that not only do you guys appreciate the time and energy I put into these videos, but you enjoy this type of content. You want me to make more of it. And as I mentioned, it helps with the YouTube algorithm in the sense that other people out there who are self-employed, who are business owners, who are sole proprietors will have a better chance to come across this video and this information because, hey, they need it. We all need it, right? I'm just being the one to actually try to capture it in a video, helping you guys with saving time and having to look elsewhere. So that said, saving time and look elsewhere, we're going to jump into it. So as you can see, we have this list of credit card issuers, credit card banks, and this list right here says, does the issuer report small business credit card activity to consumer credit bureaus? And then on this side, it says, does the issuer report small business credit card activity to commercial credit bureaus? So we got the consumer side, like think about your regular personal credit card info and your regular personal credit. And then we have the commercial side, your business. Okay. So in this list, you can see the companies that, there's not many that say no on this side, but ultimately you do not want your small business credit card activity to be reported on your consumer side. Generally, you don't want that. You want to keep them completely separate. You don't want them to be, intertwined and connected. So if you have an LLC, an S corp, a partnership, nonprofit, or whatnot, you don't want that information to be showing up on your personal credit, especially if you are out there applying for credit cards and whatnot. Anytime you do that, you apply for a new credit line, whatnot, it's showing up on your personal credit report, and that's not good. You don't want that. You don't want soft or hard pulls. You just don't want it to show up. So technically, what you are looking for is a company on a lender, an issuer that does not report business credit card activity to consumer credit bureaus, but that also does report business credit card activity to commercial credit bureaus. This list over here actually shows us all of, I don't think all of the same issuers are listed here, but ultimately it shows us all of the issuers and what major credit or business credit bureaus they report to. So ultimately, you want your business credit activity, business credit cards to be reporting to all three of the major credit bureaus, because that's going to help you with building up your business credit, your business credibility, your business reliability, because you are showing, hey, look, I got money from this lender over here and I'm paying them back every month on a consistent basis. They gave me $10,000 and look, I'm paying them back. They're getting their money back. They're happy and I'm happy. Everyone's happy. And the cycle continues. And so by having a lender, an issuer who only reports to one or none of the major business credit bureaus, that's not helping you as much as someone who reports to all three. So when we have this list here, you can see the two that are reporting to all three really comes down to Chase and Citi. After that, you got Discover, and Capital One, who are reporting to 2. Now, if we jump back over, let's remember that Capital One, Chase, Citi, Discover. Capital One, Chase, Citi, Discover. So all of these 3 middle dogs, not 3, 4 the middle dogs, are the ones who are reporting to all 3, or not all 3, excuse me, to at least 2 of the 3 major credit bureaus, business credit bureaus, that is. We have that obviously same information over here to some extent, where it's saying, yes, they report to their business credit card activity to commercial credit bureaus, but none of these, when it says yes, 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 this list over here doesn't give us the extent of how much information are they reporting to, not to how much, but to what extent, how many of the credit bureaus. So we know that, yes, they are reporting over here, but we didn't know which ones are reporting all 4. We know that Chase and Citi are the only 2 that report to all 3 major credit bureaus. My numbers are off today. My bad. I know someone out there is like, man, he can't even count to 5. Should I be listening to him about this? Hey, this is why I use articles. I like to rely on, I can just pull this information, put it in a spreadsheet, make it all pretty. And I do that sometimes, but I like to just have it be, coming from the source so that you guys see where it came from. I got it from a creditable source, and they did their research as well. That's how they got their information. They actually reached out to the companies and so on and so on. So yeah, we're going to roll with that, but believe I can count to 5. Okay. I swear. But ultimately, as you guys can see, on this side, like I said, Chase and Citi were the ones that reported to all 3 major business credit bureaus. But now on this side, on this list, it says, does the issuer report small business credit card activity to consumer credit bureaus? Technically, we don't want them to. Remember, we want to keep our business and our personal activities separate. We don't want them to mingle, or what was Jada Pinkett Smith and mingle? No, what did they say? I can't even remember the word she said when her and Will Smith at the red table, and she had a entanglement. Entanglement. Yes, that is it. We don't want any kind of entanglement with our business credit activity and our consumer credit bureaus, meaning our personal credit. We don't want that. We want to keep it separate. So based off of these two lists here, as well as the other list, what I would say, if you were in a position to basically work with any issuer based on this information alone. Now, it doesn't include, we're not looking at like your reward points. I would assume all of these providers, at least the 4 we're looking at right now, probably all provide at least 1 or 1.5 or 2%, if not higher, reward points. So it's probably going to be comparable with all of them. Maybe 1 or 2 might be better than the others. But again, based off of this list and the other list, if I was to choose a lender, which this might be my next move to go with, because I'm doing this research for myself just to try to determine who I want to potentially go with. Citi might be who I may consider. I have no idea what business credit cards they offer. It's always been Chase or American Express, then like Capital One. They got Capital One Spark, then Bank of America, then Discover. So Citi, being that they will not report business credit activity on the consumer credit bureaus, and they do report to all 3 major credit bureaus, business credit bureaus, that is. Citi might be the first option, the first route we go. Because again, they're going to be the ones who help me with building up my business credit most effectively and efficiently, since they're reporting to all 3. After that, Chase is who I already work with on my business checking account. I do have a Chase personal credit card already as well. So I may go the Chase route when I look at this list, right? Because they're the other one with 3. reporting to all three. But then when we look at this list, it says no, they do not report business credit card activity to consumer credit bureaus unless the account is seriously delinquent. Now, ideal, the dream, that we all have is not to worry about. I mean, one, we just you don't want to think that you're going to fall into delinquency or anything like that. But it has happened before, right? Maybe not to you, maybe not with this business, but it's happened to many others, and it could potentially happen with you in this business. I mean, I've on a personal level, I've had this happen before on a personal level when I first got my first credit card, and that was one of the reasons my credit and just my whole financial situation didn't go the right way from the jump. This is like over 10 years. This is years ago. This is like, I don't want to say my age. I don't want to give my age away, so I'm not going to say how long ago. But I've learned so much, and this is why I continue to make videos on financial literacy and budgeting and financially planning and management, and just being smart with your credit cards and not just being stupid and splurging. So, I'm not worried about Chase actually, me falling into a position where my credit card's going to be seriously delinquent, but it could happen. It certainly could happen. So, that kind of is like, but I like Chase. I work with them already. So I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm confident enough business will continue to, move forward. I will continue to do well. And I don't think that will be an issue. So I'm not really letting it hold me up too much, but it is something that I'm holding it, I'm considering it, keeping it in mind. But then the next thought, as you can see here, down here, they have the little asterisk next to Capital One, and basically they will not be reporting small business credit card activity to consumer credit bureaus for anyone with a new Capital One account. I think it said like Capital One Spark Cash for businesses. So yeah, that's great because Capital One might not be a bad option to go, considering they report to two of the three major business credit bureaus, which you can see Experian and SBFE. So Capital One might be another really good option to go. And then the last one down here on this list that, based off of this information from this list, it doesn't mean just because they don't report to all three, it doesn't make, Wells Fargo horrible, which I don't like Wells Fargo. So, but it doesn't make them horrible. However, if you had the choice to work with a bank that's going to report your business credit to multiple bureaus or just one, wouldn't you rather work with the one who's going to help you build your credit the most, which means reporting to all three? And if you can't do all three, then you want two. And so the last option would be Discover, which if we come over here and look at Discover, we can see that Discover there's a clear yes that they do report small business credit card activity to consumer credit bureaus, which we do not want. So that being the case, we can kind of cross Discover off the list because, now again, if you have a sole proprietorship, you're self-employed, it probably won't matter as much because I don't think it's possible to build up your self-employed business credit in a manner where there would be no PG at all. So I don't think that's possible. Now, I could be mistaken. I'm kind of trying to prove it wrong. I'm on the journey slowly but surely. I'm going through the process. I don't think it's possible. So like I said, looking at these few lists and this information, and if you're someone who's trying to build up your business credit without it having any interference, any influence on your personal side, then you might want to consider working with Citibank or Chase Bank, followed by Capital One. Again, this ain't legal or financial advice, but just looking at this information, Citi will not be reporting business credit activity on the consumer side. They will be reporting to the three major business credit bureaus. Chase will report to all three of the major credit bureaus, and they will not report your business credit card activity to your consumer credit card unless your account becomes seriously delinquent. So I think those are our top two winners from this list based off of this information, but I'm actually going to make another video talking about some of the best credit cards for self-employed individuals, because I came across a nice list, a nice little article that dove into it, and I think it will be helpful. It'll help save you guys some time if you are in the market looking for new credit cards. So definitely subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I do release that video, and also like this video. It does help with the YouTube algorithm, so other people out there who are looking for this information, who are trying to build their business credit without it interfering with their personal credit, or maybe they don't care if it does, or maybe they're like, well, I don't really mind if it does. I would hope and prefer it not to, but if it does, well, so be it. That's fine. This information is incredibly important and valuable for people to know, for you to know. So like this video, and it also does help me know that you guys appreciate the time and energy I put into the research with making these videos, and that you guys want me to make more of this content. And on that note, I appreciate you guys for watching and sticking around. Hopefully you did find this video helpful and valuable. Which one of these vendors are you going to work with based off of all of this information? Or maybe you don't even really care too much about this and you're like, you know what? All of this is important, but I'm really about those reward points. I just want 3% back on everything. Whoever's paying me that, I'm rolling with them. Is that, where do you guys stand? Or maybe it's about the limit. Maybe it's about how much money, how much access to capital they kind of give you. Maybe those are more important to you. Comment down below with your thoughts. There we go. Comment down below with your thoughts. Who are you working with? I'll probably make an updated video on who I decide to, and maybe I'll make it, showing you how to open up a business credit card, or trying to open up a self-employed business credit card with one or two of these vendors. We shall see. We shall see. But the journey's just beginning. So on that note, you guys already know I got to keep it moving. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.